Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, welcome back to the show, everybody. Welcome back to the Two Dumb Yinzers. This is episode 422. How you doing this morning, guys?
Oh, I'm fired up. I'm ready to
The
go.
Brewers stink. Be happy, Pirates
I'm
fans.
sorry, I couldn't hear you. The Brewers thing. What's going on with the Brewers, Derby?
They got knocked down last night.
Already? I didn't even realize. I mean, I realized the playoffs started, but what is it? Best of three, first round?
Yeah, the wild card. Yep.
Hey, they
No,
made
it's
it
the
further.
ALDS
they,
and
they made
NLDS.
it further than the Buccos and the Guardians.
And the
Yes,
Yankees.
but look at it this way: every time the Brewers get in the playoffs, they get knocked out far
So
more
do the
frequently
Pirates.
than
So do the
Cleveland or the
Pirates.
Pirates.
Well, it is because the Pirates don't consistently make the playoffs.
Touche.
I got you there. Haha.
You do.
I want to talk about these Steelers for a minute, guys, if you don't mind.
Oh, I guess so.
Can't you just feel the changes? Can't you feel the changes? The winds getting ready to pour on in after possibly
a couple leaves. That's about it.
After one of the possibly the most embarrassing losses I might have ever seen by a Steeler team. I tried to watch this game 3 or 4 times now, and as I said the other day, it's impossible to watch. This game from Sunday against the Texans is impossible to watch. Try it. I dare you to try. I dare you to make it the whole way through.
You can't.
You really can't.
Well, I could have told you they would have lost.
No, Derpy, you say that after every win or every loss. I told you. I'm on.
Well, my thing is everyone was like all the analysts were taking the Steelers. That when usually that happens, that means they're going to lose.
Well,
it's literally what happens, and then all the bettors see that, and then they bet, and then obviously the Texans get what they want.
We just weren't playing well. They just. No, I thought the coming out flat was what they would have done in Vegas. I didn't think they come out flat and traveling to Texas. So yeah, I was a week ahead. I am concerned though, the changes.
Like, don't you just feel the winds piling up? I can't even.
I do.
I can't even take the wins because of all these changes. They're so dramatic. They're so drastic. I just can't imagine we don't win out.
And I saw online,
I miss Todd Haley.
The Steelers haven't fired a coordinator in the middle of the season since before the 80s. So we know it wasn't going to happen. The worst that's ever happened is that 1 year Cowher took the calling duties away from who was it, Chan Gailey, I think. So yeah, I hopefully the changes. I saw the big changes. We signed Denzel Mims, who's been a second round disappointment. He came into the league 2020, and we were listing Keanu Benton as or under the depth chart. He's so and so or Keanu Benton as a starter. So those are the two big changes. Joey Porter Jr. might get up to 27 snaps.
He needs to play more.
We'll see what happens there. If you're not going to change coordinators midstream, okay, whatever. Change personnel throughout the offense and the defense because something has to give.
I almost can't believe all these changes.
The first half of the season.
I think we're going to be worse off than we were before he started making changes. As Mike said, they signed former Jets wide receiver Denzel Mims to the practice squad, and also a offensive tackle named Obinna Eze, Eze, Easy something. It's somebody else that's one of these huge changes. Again, this is an offensive tackle. He was a former Lion. All the players that come out of Detroit are always great steals. But here we are, guys. We're amidst the big changes here in Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin says, after asked about these changes and what the hell's going on, Tomlin says they're quote, they're not currently looking to make any changes at offensive coordinator or any play calling responsibilities. Not at this juncture, no, end quote. So I don't know. People are speculating what the hell's going on. Every day I wake up and everyone's ready to see Canada gone, and they're just as annoyed every day that they wake up and he's not. But apparently, the changes that Coach Tomlin was talking about, fellas, he was talking about a physicality,
and they need
changing the shirts, putting the pads on, and hitting each other during practice. This is the big changes that he's talking about. That is going to catapult us guys to the top of the NFL. No doubt.
Hey, you got to try something because what they were. I know they weren't practicing it in pads for the past 2 weeks because short weeks. Wow, that's the big change. I'm sorry. Anyone who thought Canada was going to be fired, I don't know what you're smoking. This team doesn't do that. You know, it's the
Not even half.
stellar way. You know,
But the team did a
they
lot
don't
of
make
things over the
changes.
past years that it traditionally don't. So you think, okay, maybe, just maybe, this
Well,
group of people can have the enough influence to make something happen that we generally just don't do in the past.
Yeah, but it's still coming down to ownership has to step in. If ownership doesn't make a change at this point, you know, this is on ownership. You've seen this guy be our offensive coordinator for what going on 3 years now. If you don't step up and make the move, that shows you're an incompetent owner. You're a weak-willed owner, letting the head coach do whatever he wants. But at some
Oh,
point,
well, what's gonna matter? We're still gonna fill the stadium. We're still gonna go like we do with the Pirates.
yeah, they're still going to make
The
money.
Steelers,
Yeah,
the Steelers
yeah.
don't have to
Yeah.
make a move at all, and they're gonna be fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's really what that they've become the last 10 years is, you know what, screw it. We're gonna, finish around 500, a little above, be in the playoff hunt. People are gonna come into the stadiums because they're like, oh shit, the Steelers might make the playoffs. We're competitive. And that's what we've become. We've become a more successful version of the Pirates where 500 is, hey, we made 500. We're in the playoff hunt. Let's go. The Steelers are the new Pirates.
Who would have thought that would ever have been
Art Rooney
acceptable?
Art Rooney the second is the new Bob Nutting. This is breaking ground here.
You heard
Like
it.
I haven't heard
You heard
this
it
said
first
anywhere
here.
else. Yeah, we heard it here first. The Steelers are the new Pittsburgh Pirates because really it is. Hey, we made it to 500. A lot of the fans don't want to hear that, but there's a certain segment of fans are like, hey, man, we're in the hunt.
Yeah, but
And
isn't
I bounced
500
back
different in baseball than it is in
in,
football?
in football. Yeah, well, you figure like what 40% of the league makes the playoffs now. People will say in hockey, half the league makes it. The NFL's to that point now too, where just about half the league makes the playoffs. And if we haven't made it in so long, we haven't won a playoff game in what 6 years. So yeah, we're the new Pirates, man.
Yeah, it's looking like.
And the Penguins are in that boat too. Not to throw shade on them, but if we haven't made it, Penguins haven't made it out of the first round in so long. It's like just to be good enough to be eligible for the playoffs or just sneak in has become the new standard in the city of champions.
That's what marks success. If you're not failing, I guess you're succeeding.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're not losing, hey, we finished middle of the road. We made it to the playoffs, or hey, we were down to the wire. We weren't mathematically eliminated until the end of the season. That's a new standard in Pittsburgh across all the sports.
You know what else is a new standard, Mike? As I mentioned last week, on College Game Day, the Fire Canada signs made their way to College Game Day last week. Very popular show on Saturday afternoons. As of yesterday, they made their way. They're making their way, guys, across the land at the AEW event last night. A new Fire Canada sign was spotted. This is becoming larger than just us guys here in Pittsburgh sitting around talking shit, saying fire this guy. This sign's popping up everywhere.
Yeah, it's the we want to talk about memes taking off in the NFL. We got the Taylor Swift memes. I know Derpy's down to talk about the Matt Canada memes. It's Matt Canada and Taylor Swift are the two hottest talking points in the NFL right now. Like all over, like you said, AEW's now, their fans are having Matt Canada signs. College Game Day, the Pat McAfee show, the highest rated, sports talk, most watched sports talk program in America.
He would change his shirt every once in a while.
You think he would? Hey,
because more people like him, the less he changes his shirt. It's that black tank top every day.
That's less choices you have to make. But yeah, huge segments devoted to Fire Matt Canada. Stephen A. Smith every day on ESPN, Fire Matt Canada. Matt Canada is up there trending with Taylor Swift as the most popular personality attached to the NFL. And like Matt Canada is so bad. People are now talking about should Tomlin be fired too? Who would have thought? People will be talking about Steeler coach being fired. What is
the deal with this Taylor? Can anybody tell me what anybody cares about this Taylor Swift anyway?
She's packing stadiums, man. People love her.
I guess.
Bring it up. Like
making sure the Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
Hey, whatever's best for business. Like I saw like breakdowns, like the amount of new people that are starting to follow not just Travis Kelce, but the NFL in general, on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok. It has, the open up a whole new avenue of fans to come and watch the games. And I'd rather have the Swifties at games than my drunken neighbor at the game.
Oh, you're crazy.
No, I hate going to the games with the drunken people around
Oh,
me.
they're the best. You're sitting there, you're
hate them,
enjoying
no.
football.
They're
They're
gonna
going to be
spill
the ones
nacho
that
cheese
jump
on
up
me.
just as fast as you do, giving high fives. You're being silly now.
No, I hate the drunken. I like drunk.
I love
Fine.
the
drunken
drunken
idiot.
neighbor.
I hate the drunken idiot.
In my
the drunken
everyday
idiot.
life, I hate the drunken idiot. You know what I mean? If I'm home, if
Yeah.
I'm at a picnic, but if I'm at the football stadium, this is where I want to be with the drunken idiots. I mean, this
Yeah.
is where they belong, and I enjoy that. I don't
But
know.
they're gonna.
It's
But they're
just
gonna
me.
They're gonna.
That doesn't have to be my choice.
Kind of
but
a
I enjoy it.
man's man kind of thing. I don't know.
They're
I
gonna-
get it. I get it. I don't drink, but I get it.
Are they gonna? Yeah, but the drunken fans are gonna be the ones that are gonna start fighting.
Yeah, I've been there. I can't judge. Canada, the Steelers. This is one we're just going to talk about today because we didn't get a chance to talk about it yesterday. Canada makes the comment earlier in the week. Steelers they're just not a come from behind team. You know what? Beat as it may,
That's bull crap.
this is something that you don't want your offensive coordinator coming out and saying. If you're the head coach, you don't want your offensive coordinator saying this. If you're the offense, you don't want your offensive coordinator
Yeah.
saying this. But yet here he is.
Yeah, he said that, and then Kenny Pickett said we just need to be an offense that's designed to score points.
Yeah,
Like this is no one is on the same page.
they're splitting atoms at this point.
They are. They're treating this like this. They're Oppenheimer and Einstein in the Boys Over at the Manhattan Project.
Yeah.
It is the summer of Barbieheimer, so one of them's going to come out wearing a dress tomorrow.
Mike, of
Or
course, is
Saturday,
referring
Sunday.
to Matt Canada's social media presence, his memes, and also nobody could forget about somebody who's gaining a lot of popularity, Mr. Dan Robbins. He has some interesting opinions on our offensive coordinator and also the Pittsburgh offense. Dan Robbins, of course, is who people believe is the burner account for that Matt Canada is using to defend Matt Canada's play calling. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if it's not true, but you know what it reminds me of, guys? Now, I know we talked about Pee Wee a couple months ago when Pee Wee Herman passed away.
Uh-huh.
I may have even brought this up, but there was this one. I watched this movie so much as I was a kid. I mean, Pee Wee Herman was like the big thing when we were kids, Mike.
Mhm.
And on the movie Pee Wee's Big Adventure, where his bike gets stolen,
Yeah.
and he ends up at that biker bar, and he goes in and they hated him. You know what? Because he knocked all their bikes over.
Yeah, he knocked all their bikes over.
Mhm.
So the movie goes to the
He
inside
starts
the bar,
dancing.
and they're all surrounding him, ready to kick his ass. And the one lady was like, or the one guy was like, "I say we kill him," and they all go, "Yeah." "I say we beat him and then we kill him." "Yeah." "I say we kick him, then we beat him, then we kill him." And then Pee Wee goes, "I say we let him go." And they all go, "No." And that's what this Tim Robbins burner account reminds me of,
I want it to be true. But it's unfortunately it's not true. It was debunked. Like the email address that people are saying, "Oh, this is his Steeler account." That's not even what their email address
Wouldn't
remotely
you do it
looks
from
like.
another account though? I wouldn't do it from the Steelers account if I was
But
him. That'd
no,
be
that's
crazy.
what they're saying. But that's what they're saying. It's like, oh, look, it's from the Steeler account, but it's not. It's a even that
You
email.
always got to
address is
ruin
fake.
everything,
I know. I'm a buzzkill on it. I wanted it to be true so
You
bad,
are.
but I
You're,
was like,
you're that guy.
I'm that guy. But hey, I'm trying to be. Hey, we try to be factual here at the Two Dumb Yinzers.
No, we don't.
We do.
We keep facts to a minimum. We keep
That's true. But this one right here, as we have so much shit we can talk on Matt Canada, we don't need to go
Yeah.
inventing stuff.
That's
But
true.
you know what? I wish it was true. Like I can see him and Kevin Durant because he has burner accounts and sitting there with each other, kicking it in a club, going, yeah.
Talking about
but
how
no.
good the Steelers are.
And how great a player KD is, But oh god, then you got Najee defending, the coaches in the media and the members of the media calling out Najee Harris. Like, isn't that what players are supposed to do? Take the blame themselves. Isn't that what the media wants? You want
This is going to be a
players are-
disaster. There's
hold
no
themselves
way that this gets
accountable.
better at this point.
Najee goes, yeah, hey, he was because the media is taking it as Najee is attacking the media. No, he's
What year is it? Is it 2018 again?
yeah. Like you have this
With all the
team-
drama?
Oh, it's great. It's great. All the drama that should be is like Matt Canada sucks. That should be the end of the drama, and maybe we over-evaluated some of these players. Because that swapping Cam Sutton for
We're worse than we were last year.
Yeah, Cam Sutton letting him go. I think we
all
all knew it was going to be bad, but the way he's
at least
playing
we
is
should
great.
have some kind
And he
of
sucks.
appear that we're somewhat better than we were at this point last year.
We're-
Just because
no one
there's a
better.
whole nother year underneath of us. I mean,
Yeah.
how we look the same as we did 1 year ago.
Yeah.
At this
And-
point, it's unbelievable.
It is. And the
Just by
only one-
default, just by being alive, you should have got better.
Yeah, and the
I
only
think it's
one
the first half of the season.
we've struggled the first half for a long time now, which kind of sucks. But like the only one who's playing up to any level of expectation is TJ Watt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he had the bad game against Houston. The entire team sucked, so I'm not going to just call him out on that. But he's the only one who has consistently.
But you know what? He had
Everyone else
one
hasn't.
tackle, which is how much the
Miles Garrett had
had a couple weeks ago.
had against the Steelers.
He scored higher than TJ
Yeah,
Watt
yeah,
that
PFF
week
said
whenever
he
he
was
had
great.
one tackle and TJ
Yeah.
Watt had a bunch of statistics. So
Yeah.
in theory, TJ Watt should shoot up the list and pass all these guys.
He should, but it's the the Steeler bias.
He didn't actually make the play. He got really close to the guy though.
He got close to the guy a couple times.
It's like
you know.
horseshoes now, you know.
He breathed on him. That
Broderick Jones to start for the immediate future for the Pittsburgh Steelers at left tackle. I like this, especially now.
I'm interested in this.
Especially now. The thing is, I thought that you should probably had him in, but you know what? Getting him in after 4 games and due to injury, this might be the right time. Get him in there and let him learn with everybody else. Here's the thing: if we were out there kicking ass and you didn't want to have create that weakest link, you wouldn't do this. But you know what? This, in my opinion, is the most perfect time. Throw Broderick Jones in there and have him improve with everybody else now. And go ahead.
I think this was their plan, even if Dan Moore didn't get hurt, because he's not going up against Bosa. He's not going up against Max Crosby, Myles Garrett. He's not going to up against those 3 anymore. He's just going to go up against no one in really that category for a while now. So I like it. And first start against the Ravens. That's what I like to see. Throw him right into the fire of the rivalry. He's had a chance. He's had a couple snaps here and there, but I still think the weak link on the line is going to end up being Chooks again. Chooks and Mason Cole are the 2 weak links of this line. I'm not worried about Broderick Jones. He'll make rookie mistakes, but he seems to be the type of player that's going to clean up those mistakes fast.
Also, the other story that has some people talking around town. Aaron Rodgers thinks Ben Roethlisberger would be a good offensive coordinator. I don't disagree with Aaron Rodgers. I'm pretty sure that Ben Roethlisberger would be better than the guy that we have now. And again, I mean, this guy
I thought of that too.
Is very, 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 very efficient on knowing his plays and things like this. Of course, the playbook has changed since he's been there. I don't know how much one way or the other, but I guess you could definitely throw worse options out there.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, offensive coordinator, we know it's more than just calling the plays; it's designing the plays. So if he have someone design the plays for him, to me, that would be the only way it would make sense.
I think that just by being who he is, he qualifies better than.
Oh yeah, he'd be able to.
Matt Canada.
I
I
think
mean, he
he'd
gave
be able
Matt Canada get the job. Nobody could look at his plays and said, "Wow, this is really great stuff." Come on, man, let's hire this guy on.
Well, I don't know. The media at the time was all abuzz about the Canada hire, how he's going to revolutionize this offense because they're going to put people in motion, do this, that, the other. But then
what's going on? Wait, what am I missing?
Back in the day, when he was first hired, and then the big meanie Ben didn't want to do any of that Matt Canada stuff, and that's why it didn't work. Now people are finally realizing, no, Matt Canada just sucks.
His wife, you know what? Ben's wife's probably doesn't shut the fuck up, and he's ready to get the hell out of the house.
I think Ben's.
You know how this happens. I seen a meme the other day. It said, "Which is harder for women, to parallel park or to shut the fuck up?"
Wow, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I liked it. I
Nowhere.
laughy faced it. I smiley faced it because it was so funny.
Oh, But anyway, no, I think.
But that's what I was saying.
I'm
At some
thinking
point,
Ben-
Ben is probably going to change his way of thinking, because you're gonna, once you're retired for so long, you see so many of these guys come out to get back into broadcasting, just probably to get the hell out of the house and get away from the wife.
that sounds like I have it. If they do that, that's a shitty marriage. But no,
I think that's every marriage USA. Everyone wants, all right. Anyway,
Anyway, I was trying to think of a funny and I couldn't think of it. I'm trying to.
yeah, that wasn't really that funny, Mike.
I know. I said I was trying to think of something funny to say, and I had nothing, so I was just going to move on. But no, like if I think you give Ben Matt Canada's playbook, and I think he would call a better game.
Absolutely.
Even with the plays there.
I just don't understand why you're not feeling that he can create his own
together.
play. I just, so why would he have that block to where he would be able to do well and know the plays,
like,
but why would he be able to create where he would change plays all the time and, and use his better
he would
judgment.
change it from one play to another, but you know what I mean? Like sitting down, like, all right, I'm going to design this play to beat this, that, the other. Some players do, they can see it, but not do it,
See, I think Ben would be a guy that would be able to.
Yeah, but some, the greats, they just know how to do it. They can't teach people how to do it. That would be the only thing. But,
maybe that's what the
playbook point, just have Ben go, yeah, we're running this one. Fuck it. It would be a whole hell of a lot
I could
better.
see Ben down in the dirt drawing the play, the X's and the O's like we used to do when we were kids, or on your hand. Remember, you would draw the on your hand, the plays on your hand in the huddle. See, I could see Ben out there doing that. I think that he would do a good job. Again, there's nothing that tells me that he wouldn't, unless maybe deep down inside he knows that he can't or he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
But again, this is something that isn't going to happen anytime soon. But it's interesting to talk about.
I think he's this living life, sitting there drinking beers, doing his podcast. Take
my word, I'm going to say pretty good on this show. He's going to want to get away from the old lady, and just due time. You just watch. Also, Mike, around the league, we do have Joe Burrow has the fewest yards per attempt through 4 games by a quarterback in any season, with a minimum of 150 attempts with 4.8.
I'm not going to say anything because I want to continue.
No,
I want you to say something because I want to hear what you have to say about this, Derpy.
Yeah, Derpy, what do you got?
The Bungles, everybody.
Well, okay. To me, I think that injury has to be more significant than what it.
If it was, don't you think they would shut this guy down? Why they let him keep going out there? If it's
well, dude, big off what Derpy said. The Bungles, man, this is what they do.
Is that what it is? They're just bungling it up right now.
They are. That's what it sounds like. Because my God, you have that wide receiving core. My God, we saw what they did the past 2-3 years.
Only week. Week 5.
That's true. But still quarter of the season's got over.
Week 5 is pretty far into the season. We're listen, guys. We're a quarter of the way through the season. Whether you know it or not, they've already played their August schedule, which was preseason. They've already played their September schedule. We're going to be here into mid-October before you know. We're literally a quarter of the way through this season.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. But anyway, back to the Bungles, man. That stat is ridiculous. Joe Burrow's on a check down quarterback. Unless teams have figured out their passing attack, unless their offensive line is just not giving him enough time, I have no idea what the hell's going on down there. So like I said, they have 3 stud receivers, a stud quarterback. They should be flinging that pigskin around. Jamar Chase, like you said, is like, hey, I'm always open. With those 3 receivers, you can't double team them. So he should always be open. Find them deep. Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, come on. They'll figure it out when we play them. You watch.
Yeah, I said this before.
Any team that struggles in the game, that week. They play us, and we are the medicine for the rest of the NFL right now.
I can someone see that.
The Raiders had trouble running the ball. They started to get it going. They had about 70 yards against us. Not a lot, but better than the 12 they were getting.
Cincinnati beat. Does anybody remember who Cincinnati beat?
Let me take a look, Ski. I can't remember.
I don't think they've beaten anyone.
They're 1-2.
No, they beat someone. Yeah, they beat someone.
Yeah, that's what I'm checking here real quick. The Rams. 19.
That explains it. That explains it.
Yeah, they lost to the Ravens.
And the Rams only lost to the 49ers by 6 points or something.
Yeah.
Who'd they lose to in the Super Bowl?
Who? The Rams?
The Rams.
Patriots?
No, the Bengals lost to the Rams in the Super Bowl. Way back when.
I see what you're saying.
Coincidence?
No. Yeah.
Coincidence?
Yeah, just a coincidence, Derby. Yes.
You know, it's a coincidence.
Two different teams.
Cincinnati people are so, I come down to this last night. I thought to myself, who do you want to see win if you don't, if you don't have a chance, like you're pretty much going to deal with this year?
Yeah.
I'm starting to lighten up the Buffalo again. I think that I'm leaning back toward Buffalo. And again, remember last year I hated them because the fans or something. They did something that annoyed me, and I just said fuck these guys. But I'm kind of falling back into the Buffalo. It's one of the teams I wouldn't mind see, because again, this team is always so unsuccessful, never has accomplished it and got it done. You know what? It would literally affect nothing in any kind of way for anybody if Buffalo would win. It would just kind of be like, okay, yeah, look at these guys, good for them,
Yeah.
Don't give them hope. Don't give them hope.
It has no way
Ryan.
of moving in on the Super Bowl championships and the this kind of stuff. They're harmless. I'm back with Buffalo. I mean, if the Steelers aren't going to do it once we get into the postseason, we start making our picks. Right now, I'm feeling heavy on the Buffalo Bills, especially after that win over Miami. You got to by 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. Yeah, that defense is grounded into form, and like you said, they are able to stop that.
As long as that Bills Mafia don't get on my nerves.
Well, yeah, that's the key right there. The Bills Mafia. They're fans ruin how you see teams.
They do, and that's weird.
And that's why people outside of the Steeler fandom kind of hate.
They see us happy, and they see us happy, and that upsets them.
And they see us bitching about only been 6 years without it making it to the playoffs. Try 40 fucking years.
Because Cincinnati, it'd be nice if they would win and make our division look better.
Yeah.
I don't want to see these people in Cincinnati happy. That makes me, makes me feel a kind of way. So now I hate the Bengals.
Yeah.
It's okay. They have the Reds.
F the Reds. F the Reds.
Mike, this position here, I've been noticing, and I haven't even been following, and I've just been noticing by a lot of highlights that I'm seeing so far in the season, 4 games in, the cornerback position with these rookies, with this Witherspoon over in Seattle. What's the guy up in Detroit that had the pick 6 in week 1 against
Brian Branch?
Brian Branch. You're really seeing these rookie corners make a name for themselves and step up and be big playmakers. Mm-hmm. And remember before the draft when we were looking to see who we're going to get, remember that list of cornerbacks? You're basically hearing every one of these guys' names. It's a really big position this year.
It is. And part of it, unfortunately, was it Gonzalez up in New England? He's out for the year.
Yeah, but he was looking really freaking good.
Yeah, he was looking freaking good. Excuse me. But we were able to get one, and we still don't play him. So maybe us not being so good this early. Maybe this is going to give an opportunity for some of these rookies to get out there and be a part of the solution and start making the situation better. And just maybe this is how these guys are going to work their way in. I don't know. It's so weird. What's going on right now is weird. It's just even on, not even as a Steeler fan level, but just as a football, look around the league. There's some strange shit going on, man. No two ways. I just wish that, our rookie corner was getting as much playing time as the other ones are.
Well, I think that's going to happen. Because here's what's going to happen. Patrick Peterson's so old. He's going to get hurt eventually. Listen, look at the amount of big name players are going down this year with injuries in this league. It's just going to be a matter of time before Patrick Peterson is one of these guys. He's going to have a hamstring that's going to have him off for a month. And, you just got to know that this second things are going to go bad. You just feel it. This has a feel. There's a vibe. There's a whole vibe to this. Derby.
There is a whole vibe to this, and I don't like it. I don't like this vibe.
So as we speak right now, guys, as we speak, the NFL playoff picture, if the playoffs started today, this is what we would have. Your number 1 seeds, AFC would be at this moment the Kansas City Chiefs. The number 1 seed in the NFC would be the Philadelphia Eagles. Playing this weekend in the first round, you would have the number 5 Miami Dolphins at the number 4 Indianapolis Colts. This is the AFC side, of course. You would have the number 6 Pittsburgh Steelers at the number 3 Buffalo Bills.
Oh God.
And you would also have the number 7 Houston Texans at the number 2 Baltimore Ravens.
That would be a good one.
Now, after this round would conclude, the lowest seed team out of all those teams would play Kansas City. And then the other teams would all match up accordingly. Over in the NFC side, as I said, number 1 was Philadelphia. In the first round in the NFC playoffs, it would be at number 5, Seattle, at number 4, Detroit, which would be a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Number 6, Dallas. As good as they are, just because, Philadelphia just doesn't have a loss. Dallas sitting at the number 6 spot would be at Tampa Bay, who's number 3. And finally, the number 7 Atlanta Falcons would be at number 2 San Francisco.
But wow, the Falcons! I didn't realize they're in that position already. But my God, we would get destroyed in round 1.
Oh, Buffalo! I feel no better right now than I did last year after we lost to Buffalo 38-10 or whatever it was. I feel no better now. I don't feel that there would be any improvement in our game. The game would pretty much end the same way if we played the Buffalo Bills right now in that playoff position spot. It would change no way. It might even be worse this time.
Yeah, the way we're playing, I think we would get shut out, and they would probably put 40 on us. The way the defense is playing, we can't stop the run, can't stop the pass. Yeah.
Now Buffalo's back to scoring again. I mean,
Yeah. Josh Allen got his mojo back.
Yeah. That's what people have to worry about is Josh Allen having his mojo back. That's the big thing in the AFC, I think.
Yeah,
Mike,
the way he's playing. Not fair. These quarterback play, man. Him, Tua, get the F out of here.
Mike, I just mentioned amongst these teams a lot of 3-1 teams. So I'm going to give you a list of 3-1 teams, guys, and I want you to tell me which team is most likely going to be the most successful with this list, and the team that's going to be the least successful of this list, in your opinion. These are the 3-1 teams right now as we speak: Dallas Cowboys, the Buffalo Bills, the Miami Dolphins, the Baltimore Ravens, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Detroit Lions, Seattle Seahawks, and Kansas City Chiefs. Mike and Derpy, who do you think out of these teams, Dallas, Buffalo, Miami, Baltimore, Tampa, Detroit, Seattle, KC, is going to be, which one of these teams do you think is the worst 3-1 team?
Oh, the worst?
Yeah. I'll give them to you again. Dallas, Buffalo, Miami, Baltimore, Tampa, Detroit, Seattle, KC. Do you see any of these teams not making the playoffs?
I don't.
I see one losing in the first round, though.
Maybe Dallas, just because the NFC East is tough, even though the Giants suck. Those three, Eagles
Washington sure makes it interesting, don't they?
Washington's a wild card.
Yes, because
Kansas
I think
City,
you expected
they're
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And I think Dallas is impressing people a little more than you thought they would have.
Yeah.
And then there's this Washington team who's a good team in there. So now, how's this play out in that division?
Yeah, I see all of them making it. And Tampa, Baker Mayfield looks like he found a home. He's looking comfortable down there. Because the NFC South is not that good. Yeah, the Falcons are, they're percolating up a little bit in people's minds, but they're still, they still have a long way to go. Yeah,
So
I see all these 3-1 teams making it.
Who's the worst out of all of them? Dallas, Buffalo, Miami, Baltimore, Tampa, Detroit, Seattle, Kansas City. Derpy, you think on this. I'm coming to you next.
I'm going to have to go. Ooh, damn, this is a rough one.
Derpy.
I'm going to go with Detroit. But
Detroit
not
is the weakest link.
Yeah, because Seattle beat Detroit earlier. I think Tampa Bay is better than.
Was that who Detroit's loss was to? Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's to. Yeah, it's to Seattle. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go Detroit, but not by a wide margin over the other teams. Kansas City, they're up top. Dallas or Eagles are right there with them. Everyone else is kind of like bunched right there. So
all right, Derpy.
The Lions.
Which one of these 3-1 teams, Derpy, do you feel is the worst of the 8? Okay, there's 8 of them. I'm going to give you the 8 names. You tell me which one is going to be, in your opinion, the least successful. Dallas, Buffalo, Miami, Baltimore, Tampa, Detroit, Seattle, Kansas City. Who do you think, Derpy?
I'm gonna go just right now. Right now, not playoffs, right?
No, like 7 years from now. Yeah, right now.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry.
I'm gonna go Detroit as well.
It's it's I think an easy pick just because of the reputation
History.
of this
The
team.
reputation.
And you know what? Sometimes that goes a long way because again, you see teams that are very successful and they're teams that generally aren't, and then they come up and they lay a big egg when it counts. Guys, in this group of teams, I'm gonna say the Baltimore Ravens. I'm gonna say they just
Interesting.
I do. I think that they're gonna be, they're an AFC North team. Yes. Are they better than the Steelers? Yes. Are they better than the Bengals? Yes. But again, they're made by the same mold. And if a team like San Francisco, any of these good teams we just mentioned goes up against Baltimore, I don't think Lamar Jackson's having that big game that he had last week. And I don't think that Zay Flowers is. I just think that they're probably one of the weaker teams of this 8. I also think Detroit. I also think Seattle, maybe even a little bit of Tampa Bay. But at the end of the day, if I was going to make a pick and make it official, I would say the Baltimore Ravens. I think that, I don't see them dominating this division. I mean, yes, they beat. I just got to get this AFC North feel, and I don't feel that the AFC North is very strong this year. I feel that it's kind of a bumbling division.
Yeah.
And Baltimore would be the team that I would pick to say is the least. Is the worst, I guess, if you had, for the lack of a better term. But there you have.
That's kind of funny since everyone voted us the top.
Right.
Division.
Here we are with the worst division.
Yeah.
All of our quarterbacks, aren't looking so great. But we do.
Lamar's looking pretty good right now. He's still 70 some odd % completion percentage.
I want to see him against a good team. You know what I mean? I want to see him against one of these teams. I don't want to see him playing the Bengals anymore. I don't want,
Yeah.
I want to see him playing one of these teams. That's going to give us a real feel of where the Ravens are at. And we haven't seen that game yet, unfortunately. But we're going to get them firsthand. There's no two ways about this, guys. We get this team.
We have a good track record against them.
We do have a good. I don't know how I feel about our good track record this
I know that's what.
It's not carrying me through this week. I could tell you that.
No, it's not. No.
All right, guys. Whoever knows what's going on over in Derpy's.
I know there's always, like I said, man, it's a sitcom over there.
Yeah. It's like an aircraft control room. You know what I mean? You never know
what you're getting over there.
No. Guys, we do have to do our picks today. I do thank everybody for being present today. Because this, guys, it's a big week for picks. Derpy and Mike. Derpy, you have some coming back to do. And Mike, you're trying to stay strong. Mike's trying to stay strong and keep his momentum going. So I think, guys,
I'm knocking this out of the park this year, boys.
You're looking good, man. After a pretty shaky preseason, you brought it back together.
Let's get the rest of.
Let's do this, guys. You ready to do some picks?
I'm ready.
Derpy?
Yes, let's do this.
Derpy. All right, here we go. This is, guys, the picks for this week number 5 in the NFL. Tonight, it starts tonight. The Chicago Bears, this team hasn't won since last October. They're making their way to play the Washington Commanders. This team is starting on one team that looks like it's on the up and up, and one team that looks like it's on the down. Mike, who do you think is going to win with the Chicago Bears when they travel to play Washington?
Give me the Commanders. Yeah, Chicago showed some signs of life. That was like the best game they played in the past year or two. But I just don't have any faith in them until they can win a game. Since Elon Musk bought Twitter, give me the Commanders.
What if they don't ever win till he sells Twitter? Who knows how long that could be?
Oh my God,
that'd be great.
Be great.
Derpy, Bears at Commanders.
I'm sorry, Bears fans. I'm sorry, Justin Fields. I'm going to Commanders.
And Mike, Mike, do you want Derpy to answer first this week because you do have the call?
Yeah.
You want it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let Derpy go first.
All right.
Excuse me. All right, here we go. Derpy. Second game, 9:30. This is the Sunday morning game. The Jacksonville Jaguars. They play the Buffalo Bills. Jacksonville Jaguars at Bills. Who do you think, Derpy?
I'm gonna go Give me
What
the
is this game?
Jags.
Why is this why is this 9:30? Is it
It's
Oh.
where are they playing? Where are they playing? They were playing at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London.
didn't Jacksonville just play
Yeah,
in New
yeah.
England? Like, what's this?
Yeah.
Why is it only Jacksonville? What's going on? Does
I
anybody
have no
know?
idea. I don't know. I have no idea to tell you the truth.
All right, so there you go, Derpy.
They won, right?
Yes. Did they Jacksonville? What'd they just do? I don't know.
I can't remember. Oh, they lost.
They
They got
lost.
no. They won.
No, they won.
They won. They beat the Falcons. That's right.
All right. Well, that's irrelevant. Jaguars at Buffalo at the United Kingdom. There you go. That's how it's played out, how it's laid out. Derpy, who do you think? Jaguars, Bills.
Give me the Jags.
All right, Mike. Same question. Jaguars at the Bills in the United Kingdom. Hey, how did the Jaguars get that? That's so weird.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's weird.
They usually have a good track record in London.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Buffalo, even though Jacksonville was there last week. That kind of used that schedule. The
I mean, did they even come home?
The
Or
jet
just
lag.
stay overseas,
I would have stayed overseas. That might be they might pull off the upset. But you know what? I'm sticking with my guns. I'm taking Buffalo. They're just a much better team.
All right, guys. Derpy, the Saints at the Patriots. The Saints at the Patriots. Derpy's gonna be like, who won the Saints' very first game in their franchise history?
Have they played? Did they play in the playoffs? Did they play in the Super Bowl together?
Saints at Patriots. Derpy.
I'm figuring this out. I'm sorry.
Okay. I just got to check. I got to double check on you, Derpy.
Are you there, Derpy?
Are you there, Derpy? Do you need my assistance? All right. Your time's up, Derpy.
Give me is it in Foxborough?
Yes.
Yeah, hence Saints at New England.
Now, is that Gillette Stadium or
What way is the wind blowing?
Yeah.
Who's going to be in the booth? Oh my God, you have a 50-50 shot. Pick one.
It's only been 9 minutes, Derpy. Come
on.
Let's go, Derpy. Come on.
Derpy. Give me the Saints.
All right.
There we go. Now, who's
all right,
playing?
Mike? Saints at Patriots. This game, yes, is in New England.
It's in New England. Okay, it's in the United States.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh. Give me the Saints. New England's terrible.
All right, guys. Next game.
They don't have Tom Brady anymore.
Titans at Colts, which would be the RCA Dome in Indianapolis. Derpy. Titans at the Colts.
Go, Derpy.
You think it'd be about 20 teams he's trying to pick from? What's that?
He's like, hold on, let me pull up FanDuel. Let's find out what the spread is here.
Hold up. We've been on hold, Derpy. What are you doing?
Give me the Colts.
All right. Derpy takes the Colts in this game. Mike, Titans at Colts.
I was going to go Colts, and Derpy went that way. You know what? Yeah, give me the Colts, man. I like the way they're playing, no matter who's at quarterback. Gardner Minishew's managing the game well. Anthony Richardson's playing well too. So quarterback play is not going to be an issue. But this Colts team, man, I think they're on the rise a little bit.
Fair enough. This game here, guys, is going to tell us a lot here in Pittsburgh, especially. Derpy, Ravens at Steelers. What do you think?
Mike,
Derpy doesn't have my picks to piggyback off of.
Wait, who'd you say, Derpy?
Screw it.
Did you say the Steelers or were you saying screw it? What are you saying? Did you say Steelers?
Yeah, he said the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I said screw it. Give me the
screw it. What do you?
Yep.
I'm just putting you down as the Steelers.
Yeah, he's chewing and trying to speak at the same time.
Blink your eyes once if it's the Steelers, twice if it's the Ravens.
It doesn't work that way.
Damn. All right.
But yes, the Steelers.
All right, Mike, Ravens at the Steelers.
Give me the Ravens. These changes that we had coming out in pad level, I think we are going to be a more physical team. We're going to be a little fired up, but I think that Baltimore team is just going to be just a bit too much for us. Yes, we have a track record against Lamar. I think he finally figures out the Steelers.
Derpy. Panthers at Lions. Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan.
It's a cat fight.
Who do you think?
Who do you think?
Who do you think?
Who do
Derpy?
I
Make
think?
Who are
Derpy, it's
you
your
talking?
turn.
Derpy's talking to like 12 people in the background trying to get picks. They're running computer simulation.
Who was it again? Sorry.
Derpy.
Okay, just go. Who was it?
All right.
Panthers
All right.
Lions.
You ready? Listen.
Panthers, Lions.
Panthers at the Lions, yes.
Give me the Lions.
All right. Remember, guys,
Carolina
it's only a
stinks,
1 hour
right?
show, not a 2 hour show. So we do have to get these picks in. Mike,
Yep.
what is
Yep.
the next your next prediction, Mike? Panthers at the Lions.
Give us the team you and I have been talking about for the past 2 seasons. That is on record. We are not bandwagons. We are not.
I wouldn't mind seeing these guys do it too. If it was a Buffalo,
give me the
Detroit,
Lions. Give me the Lions.
if it was a Buffalo and Detroit Super Bowl, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah. They're going to keep winning. They're going to keep wasting away Jamar Gibbs sitting on the sideline, away from the first round pick. But yeah, let's go Lions.
All right,
Feels like
Derpy.
Dan Campbell's going to have a heart attack on the field one day.
Houston Texans have played a game that might have outplayed everybody else last week. They are traveling to Atlanta, who is again another team on the up and up this season. This, in my opinion, should be a good game. However, if the Texans come out and play the way they did last week, Derpy, Texans at Atlanta.
I'm gonna go the true Heisman. CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans.
All right, Mike, Texans at Falcons.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Texans. They are playing well. CJ Stroud's played years, beyond his years.
Yeah.
The Falcons, they were getting a little testy with each other on the sideline. That doesn't mean anything. I just like to say that they got a little testy. They were arguing with each other over in London. I think they might still be a little jet lagged. And I'm going to go with the Texans. Texans are going to be riding high. That patchwork offensive line, they might actually be good.
All right,
Kendrick Green for MVP.
He got hurt.
No, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, he got hurt. So
Shit, I'm changing my pick. I'm going Falcons, baby. Give me the
Who got
Falcons.
hurt? Who got hurt?
Kendrick Green. Do you seriously want the Falcons, Mike?
Fuck it. Yeah, give me the Falcons.
All right.
I don't have money on the game. Screw it.
This team possibly being one of the worst in the league against a team that could possibly be the best in the league. Next game, Derpy. New York Giants at the Miami Dolphins. Giants at Dolphins. Derpy, who do you like? This one really shouldn't take
It's a
that
bit
long.
disappointing. It's a bit disappointing that, but not surprising that the Giants are the Giants. So give me the Dolphins.
All right, Mike. Giants at nothing about this game at all makes me think the Giants is going to win it at all. Nothing.
No.
There's nothing about this game.
Give me the Dolphins.
Yeah.
70 points.
let's
Oh, look,
see.
there's Taylor Swift.
Hell yeah, Taylor Swift.
Next game, Bengals at the Cardinals. This is if you think about it, should be a decent game because again the Bengals aren't playing up to their potential, and the Arizona Cardinals might be playing more than than their potential. Derpy, Bengals at the Cardinals.
I'm gonna go Josh Dobbs.
All right, interesting, Mike.
That's
Bengals
a good pick.
at the Cardinals.
Damn. Yeah, till the Bengals can show me otherwise. Yeah, give me the Cardinals, man. That team, man. That weird coach out there, he did something to those guys out in Arizona. I don't know what he's putting in their drinks.
Hey, Peyote.
They bought into this whack job. Yeah.
He stirs in that peyote from the desert.
Yeah.
These guys go and they play out of their minds.
Who rode the bus to training camp? Like,
Exactly.
Coach, what the fuck are you talking about? But they bought it. He hypnotize them. Stockholm syndrome. Give me the
Yeah.
Cardinals.
Next game, Derpy, the Eagles at the Rams. Now, the Eagles are one of the two remaining undefeated teams. The Rams are schizophrenic, to say the least. It looks like they could hang with good teams. They're terrible against bad teams. I don't know what to make of the Rams, but Derpy, I need to know your pick. Who do you think is going to win? The Eagles at the Rams?
Give me the Rams.
All right. Mike. Interesting pick, Derpy. Mike, Eagles at the Rams.
The Eagles. There's looking like another Super Bowl contender again. The Rams have had been all right, but the Eagles are just too much.
Jets at the Broncos. Now, one of these teams,
Ooh.
as I said, we're awarded a bunch of primetime games this year to cover their quarterback. He lasts 4 snaps. Now this team isn't really good. They get all these primetime games. This is not a primetime game. Just making a point. And the Broncos were the team that let up 70 points and lost by 50 just about 10 days ago or so. Derpy, Jets at Denver. Who do you think wins, the Jets or the Broncos?
They're both 1-3.
Boy, they're them Jets fans, man. They so many big things going, just like us. They were so excited. So, so many big things for them this year. And, there they are, kind of like we are. Who do you think, Derpy, Jets or Broncos?
Give me the Broncos.
Wow. Okay. I'll do that. Mike,
Give
Jets
me
at the Broncos.
Give me the Jets. The way Zach Wilson played,
Zach Wilson versus Russell Wilson.
He
the Wilson Bowl.
Yeah, he played lights out against the Chiefs. They should have won that game. I think that that's gonna rally the team around him. He answered the bell. He was being called out in the media by everyone. Even Joe Namath was piling on him. So yeah, let's go Zach Wilson.
If Joe Namath is making fun of you, it's got it.
Yeah,
things are getting bad.
Yeah, he went out there and
he's usually drunk anyway.
Yeah. You're not
that
wrong.
Lady remember that year he was kissing that lady. I don't even remember what the hell.
Susie Colbert.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, guys. The next game. So, Mike, you got the Jets. Derp, you got the Broncos.
I got
3 games left, guys. Last afternoon game of the day on Sunday. The Chiefs at the Vikings. The Chiefs at the Vikings. Are the Vikings still? Did they still not win anything yet? Did they?
Chiefs at Vikings. They are they're 1-3. Excuse me.
1-3.
They beat the Panthers.
And the Chiefs are 3-1, correct?
Yeah, the Chiefs are 3-1.
Derpy, who wins this game? The 3-1 Chiefs.
Who cares?
At
Taylor Swift's playing.
The 1-3 Minnesota Vikings.
Taylor Swift is playing. Who cares?
She's playing.
Yep, she's playing.
Like football?
Yep, she's playing the game. Yep.
I'd like to see her do the lingerie bowl with them long legs. Remember the lingerie football, Mike?
Those women were tough.
Yeah. I mean, basically, if you're playing naked, you got to be tough.
Yeah, they were nuts, and could they play?
So
just
who do
give
you
me
like,
the Chiefs.
Give
me the Chiefs.
I don't see how anybody.
The national media can't stop talking about Taylor Swift, so give me the freaking Chiefs.
All right, Mike Derpy. I'm sorry,
Not
Mike. Chiefs at the Vikings. Media.
Give me the Chiefs. They're just that good. That defense is very underrated. This Vikings team is just bad this year. They can't do anything right.
All right, guys. Last 2 games. This is Sunday night, and boys, this is a doozy. They really saved a good one for the Sunday night game. Mike Derpy, the Dallas Cowboys at the San Francisco 49ers. Who's not going to want to watch this game? Even if you're not an NFC guy, like we're not, I'm going to be watching this. Derpy, Cowboys at 49ers. Who do you like?
Give me the Niners.
Okay. Mike. Dallas at San Francisco. Boy, is this going to be a good game.
Good game. Oh, man.
Usually Sunday night games are so I'm bored to tears, but I'm excited.
Yeah. Give me the 49ers. If if Diggs didn't get hurt, I might have taken the Dallas Cowboys in an upset. But yeah. Give me Brock Purdy, baby. League MVP.
This could be the NFC Championship. We
It
could
could
get a
very
look
well
at
be
it.
the NFC Championship.
Could be.
And finally, guys, the Monday night game this week is between the Green Bay Packers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Derpy, Green Bay at Vegas. What do you think?
Give me the Raiders.
You hated Raiders. And Michael, Green Bay Packers at the Las Vegas Raiders.
You know what? Give me the Packers.
I would
Unless it's on Fox.
I would lean toward the Green Bay Packers as well. Mike Derpy.
Okay, no, it's not on Fox, and it's not.
So we got to get our tiebreakers here for the Steelers-Ravens game. Mike, I'm sorry, Derpy. I need a score and what you think it is. We're going to take the two numbers. We're going to add them together, and that is going to be your tiebreaker number. You got to, in case of a tie, you want to be as close to this number as possible, which is the total of the game score, without going over. Derpy, Steelers, Ravens. What's your prediction?
28-10.
28-10. All
Yep.
right. So that's a total of 38 points. Mike, Ravens at Steelers. What's your score?
Ravens 17, Steelers 13.
17.
That's a good one.
Total of 30 points. All right, guys, your picks are in. Your tiebreakers are in. I'm going to take and put this in a vault so nobody could ever get to it. Maybe in a pyramid somewhere. I'll stick it in the vault. But and let me jump on a couple things here real quick. I do have to say, other big news around the Berg yesterday. Phil Jagovkovic gets yanked. Pat Narduzzi announces that he will not be starting this weekend. He lost his job to Christian Value at the starting spot at quarterback for the Pitt Panthers for their upcoming game against Louisville. Also, the Pitt Panthers are going to be wearing these white helmets. I don't like them. They're white Pitt helmets. I don't know. It's not Pitt-like and not very pleasant on the eyes, but you will be seeing them at some point wearing these alternative helmets. And one other thing, what did I have? I don't know what I had. We got our picks. Oh, that's what it was. Mike Derpy. The Panthers have this week off, but they play 5-0 Louisville next week. The Steelers play first place Ravens, and they're off next week. So both teams have a bye over the next 2 weeks. Which one of these teams are more likely to have a win after 2 weeks had gone by? Steelers, Ravens this week, Steelers off next week. Pitt off this week. Pitt at 5-0 Louisville. If you had to take one, which one of these two teams are more likely to win their next game?
I'll take Pitt. College football.
This is a hard one, isn't it?
Yeah, college football.
That is a hard one.
Very
hard because both of these teams are very, very. They're just not playing well, not playing good football. But there you have it. Yeah, Mike, why don't you tell everybody about the website, man?
The 2dumbyinzers.com, the number 2 dumbyinzers.com. Yeah, over there we have links for all of our social media where you can follow us along on Facebook, Twitter, Spotify links up there if you're watching on YouTube. YouTube links up there if you're listening on Spotify or wherever you listen to us. Merch stores on there. Yeah, all at the 2dumbyinzers.com.
Go check it out, everybody. The2dumbyinzers.com, www.the2dumbyinzers.com. All right, guys, we are continuing on our Baltimore Ravens questions for the week because this is Ratbird Week. Guys, are you ready? These questions are going to be about the Baltimore Ravens.
I am ready.
All right, here we go, guys. Derpy, you ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Which Ravens player returned a kickoff for a touchdown in the Ravens' first Super Bowl? The question is, which Ravens player returned a kickoff for a touchdown in the Ravens' first Super Bowl? Think that over. I could give you options if you would like. We are live, everybody, from Monday to Friday. We are back to our regular schedule. We're live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. every day right here in the live brand new show that we do every day. We upload over on Spotify at 8 o'clock p.m. If you'd rather listen to the show in podcast form, you can check it out over there. Go check it out. All right, gentlemen, the question of the day is this. It is a Ravens question because it is Ratbirds week. Which Ravens player returned a kickoff for a touchdown in the Ravens' first Super Bowl? Do either one of you guys need choices, or would you like to take a stab at it?
I need choices. But I think once I hear the name, I'll know it.
Derpy?
I need choices because I was 5 years old.
All right, here we go. So we're looking for the player, the Ravens player that had a return to kickoff for a touchdown in their first Super Bowl. Here we go. Your choices are A, Ray Etheridge. B, Corey Harris. C, Randy Balkin. Or D, Jermaine Lewis. A, Ray Etheridge. B, Corey Harris. C, Randy Balkin. And D, Jermaine Harris. So let me go to Derpy first. Derpy, which one of these gentlemen do you think was the player that ran for a kick return touchdown in their first Super Bowl for the Ravens? Who do you think?
Maybe.
Corey Harris. Is this your final answer? All right.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and lock Derpy in on Corey Harris. Mike, who do you think was the player that returned a touchdown, a kickoff return for a touchdown in the Ravens' first Super Bowl appearance?
Let's go with B.
B, Corey Harris.
Yep.
And that's your final answer?
Yeah, it's my final answer.
All right, guys, here we go. Question of the day. Which Ravens player returned a kickoff for a touchdown in the Ravens' first Super Bowl appearance? Both of the guys said Corey Harris. The answer is Jermaine Lewis.
Ooh.
Mike, I thought you for sure you'd get that because they had a Jermaine Lewis, they had a Jamal Lewis,
yeah,
they had a Ray Lewis.
Lewises. Yep.
And he was one of the three that made an impact. And the answer, of course, was Jermaine.
I'm a dum-dum.
No, but great job, as always. Mike, anything before we get ready to take off?
The only thing I have that I just saw on the Twitter, Matt Canada is upset about CBS saying the offense isn't built to come back in games. Explained the entire situation. Basically said he was talking about late in the 49ers game. He wasn't happy at all. A lot of passion in his voice. Maybe have some passion in your play calling.
He had passionate talking about the 49ers.
Defending himself, like what he said to the broadcast. He was like, down that much against the 49ers. Your offense is designed to come back from that. And
just take him in and get him off the property now. Get rid of him.
No, keep him. I love this shit. I love it. I'm loving it.
That's because you're a Browns fan, and that's
no,
what's
I'm
because you deny it all the time, but you really are. If you would follow the trend of what you say about this team, but listen.
I want what's best for the team, but I also want what's best for me to laugh.
Yeah,
and Matt Canada being there.
Well, they're not going to be the same results, man.
Hey, we can win and laugh at him, and lose and laugh at him.
We're not going to win with Matt Canada. We're not going to win with half of what we got going. Listen, there's got to be changes. This team got so much they got to do. But you know what? As I said yesterday, I believe getting a franchise quarterback is key. Do what you have to do. Do what you have to do, whatever it is. Trade away half your draft picks. Tank the season. Andy J's down at the Marriott. Whatever it is that you got to do it.
It worked for the Rams.
That franchise quarterback, you're not going to get the results you want as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
You have to have one of the top 5-6 guys in the league. And
look at the yes.
Trent Dilfer's not going to win your Super Bowl anymore, people.
Well, I mean, those are the few and far between teams are going to get their few and far between championships, but it's not this team. This is not this team doesn't have that great Ravens defense. So again, You got to do
Yeah.
whatever you got to do at this point to get that guy. Derpy, anything before we take off?
Oh yeah. Just remember, a fan had Matt Canada sign a toilet seat.
That was the highlight of the Steeler
I
off.
tell you what, this guy's he's gonna be able to write a book when he's done leaving this city, man.
That brought everyone together. People are like,
Yes.
"Oh, Matt Canada, he can take a joke. He's all
Toilet seats
right."
bring everyone together.
And
realize that.
hey, the offense was kind of rolling the end of the season. It's rolling in the preseason, and then boom, out the window. Week 1, first series.
Some of us sleep in a bed, some of us sleep on a couch, some of us eat in the kitchen, some of us eat in the living room. But we all can agree on the toilet is the place to go when you have to go to the bathroom, right?
Exactly.
Hey,
Everyone
toilets bring us together, people.
We need fans. I need fans to bring toilet seats to
what?
I can get
or to
behind that,
Acrisure
Mike.
Stadium. Fans.
I
need to
can
bring
get behind
toilet
that, Mike.
seats. Yeah. You know
Look
how
at
most
Derpy on this job. Derpy, you
most
have to go
fans
around
put the-
collecting toilet seats around the neighborhood.
most fans put the paper bag on their head. Toilet seats, baby.
You know how you knock on the door and ask people for money, like when you're a kid and you're collecting for football and baseball and things like this. You're gonna have Derpy go around his local neighborhood and gather toilet seats.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I like this. I think this could be a thing. We do want to thank everybody for checking us out. We appreciate each and every one of you. As always, couldn't do it without you. Anything else, fellas? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I got nothing.
I got something.
Canada. Oh my
Derpy
God,
got
Derpy.
something.
Derpy's just coming in late.
That TJ Watt tattoo is not looking likely, folks.
That's right, Derpy. I've forgotten all about it. But hey, you know what? We're only a quarter way through the season, and maybe if they don't do well, we'll do something else. We'll do a different tattoo, like a I don't know. So somebody who doesn't do well, maybe like Kendrick Green. We'll give you a Kendrick Green tattoo.
There we go. That works.
No,
Well,
No.
Kendrick Green, baby.
just
Kendrick
no,
Green.
just no.
Kendrick
All right.
Green.
Well, hey, we do thank everybody. We will be back tomorrow, 11 to 12, right here. Come back and hang out with us. But for today, Derpy, Mike, myself, the two dumb Yinzers, everyone have a great day. We'll